So I'm not really a fan of penny stocks. Now you may be. They may be something that you've got a fondness of, but if you're newer to trading or you just don't understand the downfalls, the pitfalls, the ramifications, you don't belong trading penny stocks. Robert Roy from WealthBuildersHQ.com here, and let's talk about why I'm not a big fan of penny stocks. That doesn't mean that there aren't people making money with penny stocks, but what if I could tell you or show you even that there are some better ways? Let's talk about some of the pitfalls that I see with penny stocks. So let's talk about it. What are some of the things you need to be concerned with, that you need to be focused on if you choose to trade penny stocks? The very first thing I have an issue with is they are smaller companies, not very well followed, usually extremely small volume, if any, and we're not even sure if we can trust the validity of the news and the announcements that come out of the company because it is so small. I'll give you an example. I've heard from one of my students one time that said, we're at a live event, and he goes, Rob, but my cousin is the UPS driver for this route, and on his route, he went to a woman that's the cousin of the uncle of the guy that cuts the hair of the CEO's brother-in-law, and he told me it's a good buy. Really? What in that chain of information says that makes it a good buy? I have serious problems with that. When you look at stocks that don't give you good information, the reporting is not as accurate as it is on a big company like an Apple, like a GE, or companies like that. So just having that concern, and I don't want to call it volatility, but the concern of the information just may not be the best. The very first stock, and here's why I'm doing this video, the very first stock I ever bought was a company called Milk, M-I-L-K. Don't believe it's still traded any longer. The news announcer or the radio show host here in New York on AM radio was promoting it. I bought some. Now, by the way, he went to jail because he didn't tell anybody he was getting paid to promote it. And there's some of the issues again, right? But he was promoting it. I bought Milk, and it had such a large bid-ask spread. The market maker gets the difference between the bid and the ask price. So they put a buyer and a seller together. They keep the spread in between. On that stock, Milk, I think the spread was about 50 cents on a $1 or so stock. And it took almost a year for the stock to move enough for me to break even on the bid-ask spread. Yeah, probably not the best choice. There are some other concerns when it comes to trading penny stocks, but those are the biggest ones out there. Now, once again, I'm not saying there aren't people making money with penny stocks. If you do and you understand it, I know there are guys out there, friends of mine, they're lightning fast. They know the platform inside out, and if you don't, it's off with your head because you're trading such large number of shares. Very tiny moves can crush you if you're on the wrong side of it. So having a good understanding of your platform, being able to set up hotkeys and set orders up in place in advance that you can just get me out very quickly will be important to you. So I will never give you a bad without a good. If we can't trade penny stocks, or I'm saying I would prefer not to trade penny stocks, well, Rob, what do you trade? I prefer to trade some other stocks as examples. Companies like Apple, big companies, well-known companies, tremendous volume on them. Here's number one, optionable. Maybe even 1A, weekly options available on them. See, when you get into some of the bigger companies, and it doesn't have to be an Apple, it can be much lower price stocks. It could be US Steel, a $10 stock, or AMD, $20, $30 stock, whatever the prices are. You don't have to have high price stocks. You don't need a $2,000 booking or Amazon, right? We could trade the spiders, the SPY, or the RUT, or the Qs, or the diamonds. There are so many wonderful positions that we can trade, all of them optionable, all of them having a tremendous volume on them, and having very small bid-ask spreads, not only on the stocks, but on the options. The stock component is hard. It's tough for me to sit here and say, don't buy penny stocks, buy Apple. Okay, what, Rob, one share? I mean, what am I buying? I don't have enough money in my account to buy a whole lot of it. I get that, but you can buy options instead of penny stocks. And I see a lot of traders these days trading those $4 and $5 and $8 stocks. Well, I can easily get my hands on options where I'm spending $4, $5, $6, $8, $10 and not having to spend $200, $300, $500 on a stock, but I can trade the options on. So I would much prefer to pick some of those types of stocks than I would into the penny stocks. So bottom line is, does that mean you shouldn't trade penny stocks? Of course not. You trade what best fits you and your risk profile. My risk profile doesn't allow me to trade them. I still own 850,000 shares of a stock that we're still looking for the CEO. We can't find him. Why? Because he took the money and disappeared, because the information was a lie. So with that, the question of the day is, what are your thoughts on trading penny stocks? Let us know in the comments section below. Until next time, make it a profitable day. Keep focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it, and we'll see you in the next video. Folks, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can follow along with all of our great content, and ring the bell so you never miss anything new that comes out. And folks, with that, down below, we've got a couple of other videos for you to choose from that you can watch from our materials.